Jongui Chico gunning for another Ginebra championship after winning so many championships with the San Miguel Beermen. Chris Alexander the Great hoping to cap a memorable conference with Ginebra with a championship. As we open hostilities here in the first period. Those are Bryce's in the starting lineup, Jason.
So for both teams, these have been the guys that they have gone to. But we have to look at guys at Mark Caguioa. Ano ba ang kondisyon ni Mark Caguioa para sa larong ito? Because he is starting and all eyes will be on him.
So Air21 will have the first chance to score here in the ultimate game of this best of 7 series. Sakaleta loses the ball. It's flipped up. Ends up with Stephen Thomas. And it will stay with Air21.
First couple of minutes, very crucial, Miko. Air21 has been lording it over in the starts of every game. Here in this game 7, importante dito makauna ka dahil may halong kaba at presyo yan for both teams.
Artadi! Paul Artadi has been sensational here in the finals for Ginebra in the absence of J.J. Helderbrand as he gives Arboleda a hard time. Thomas. Outside, Arboleda with 10 to shoot. Back inside, Thomas. Thomas twirls and misses. Thanks for the rebound. Here comes Artadi. The hitman with the basketball. Hands it over to Alexander. A minute having gone by here in the opening period. It's a 2-0 game. Alexander with a spin and a hook basket.
And Chris Alexander right now just playing with supreme confidence after that big game in Game 6. And he knows pwede rin siya makakuha ng foul mula dito kay Stephen Thomas.
3-point basket on the way. 3 straight misses for Air21. That's going to be last touch on Arwin Santos. 4-0 start for Ginebra.
Also, we should look at all these guys. A lot of them already breathing through their mouth dahil pag yan Game 7 and Game 1 in the finals, those are the 2 games that are hardest to play dahil napakabigat ng pressure at syempre, even mga professionals yan, kinakabahan pa rin yan.
Nice block by Arwin Santos with those long arms. Here comes Canaleta. And also eyeball with Valenzuela. Canaleta forced it. Stephen Thomas is right there to put Air21 on the scoreboard.
Not a good shot, but in the end, Stephen Thomas able to clear that basketball. Those are the little things that Stephen Thomas has been able to give to this Air21 team.
And effective again. And that goes in for Chris Alexander, who now has 4 points in the game.
So how good is that jump hook? Everyone knows that he's going to that jump hook, pero hindi pa rin mapigilan itong Air21 because he's just so big.
Open shot, Arboleda goes inside, lost the ball, and it will stay with Air21. By the way, ang ating Supreme Court for this crucial game, Peter Balao, Jess Ferrer, and our Chief Justice is Joey Kalungkagi. Here's Arboleda, with a runner. Pag pumasok yung Caguioa, and it's going to be stepping on the baseline against Arboleda. Sa gigil ni Mark Caguioa when he was trying to get the rebound, napitawan niya, muntik pumasok.
It was actually 2 possessions na mga muntik. Pati yung follow-up ni Santos, muntik lang rin pumasok.
Now this is what you have to accept when you put Artadi on the floor. He will make some decisions you might like to question. But what you need with Artadi, what you want from Artadi is his energy all throughout the game.
That's why during the elimination and the quarterfinals and semifinals, ginagamit siya in spurts, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, just to get the crowd involved. But now, he's definitely the best point guard available in that team if J.J. Helderbrand is not playing.
9 minutes to go in the opening period. Here comes Caguioa. Pasa niya nakapik at tuluyang naagaw. Arboleda on the move. 2-on-1 break, 3-on-1 break. And it's going to be last touch on Ranidel De Ocampo. And that's what we were saying about Paul Artadi. You take the good with the bad. Because when Artadi's good, the crowd really loves it.
And you know, when he's good, he can carry this team with all his energy, his passing, and his ability to create for his teammates.
Nice hustle by Arboleda. Here comes Arwin Santos, and he is fouled. And it's going to be 2 free throws for Arwin Santos.
Right here, turnover once again. A couple of turnovers now nakikita natin, but a good pass by Winnie Arboleda from his backside. At ayun, tinawagan si Junti for that little tap on the left hand.
So Junti Valenzuela commits the first personal foul of the game. You see the solid numbers coming from Arwin Santos. Kaya naman siya naging runner-up for the race for the MVP.
And Miko, those 10 and 11 numbers of Arwin Santos kind of deceiving because when you look at his field goal shooting in that game, he was only 3 out of 16.
Turnover laban sa Ginebra. Up by just 2 here in the opening period. Thomas. Canaleta. Thought about it. Makes it. Fiesta for Nino Canaleta.
Junti Valenzuela knows that KG can hit that shot. Remember what he did to them? I believe that was game 3 when he just exploded from 3-point range. This is one of those guys na ayaw mong pumutok.
Now Air21 is on top. Pwede pa nila tagdagan ang kanilang kalamangan. Arboleda to Thomas. Thomas battling the basketball, ends up with Canaleta. Firing away. Battles out. Bumalik ang bola kay Arboleda. Bagong shot clock for Air21. Canaleta on the left side. De Ocampo against Nick. Ranadel De Ocampo, one of the best post-up players in the business. This is the attempt. Bola na naman ng Ginebra. They're down by 1. So now both teams settling down after a jittery start. And a quick start by Ginebra. Sagiwa against the PM3.
Well, if you're Mark Tagiwa, that's the shot that you would like to take because they're questioning if you have the legs or the quickness. But if you're gonna get an open 3-point shot, hindi na tatanungin kung mabilis ka ba o may quickness ka. You take it first. He's got that shot.
Meantime, Thomas has the leather. Air21 down by 2. 6 to shoot. And Arwin Santos with a sweet turnaround. Well, despite a quick start by Ginebra, Air21, di nagpapaiwan dito. Back inside the championship capital of Philippine basketball, the Araneta Coliseum. Of course, I thought we had the best seat in the house. Mr. Bayani Agbayani has the best seat in the house.
Yan ang kabulahan ko.
Mga kaibigan natin from My MVP, part of this mammoth crowd, close to 23,000 fans, and that is the official count. No? So hindi pa po kasama si Bayani doon.
Ito, nagdagdag pa. May dala pa to kanina mga kasama sa labas.
23,001.
Ilan pa mga kasama mo?
300. Of course, monitoring everything happening on your TV sets is this General Lasso celebrating his birthday tonight. And Ronald Tubin announcing his entry in the game with a PM3.
We talked about guard production so far. Mark Tagiwa hitting a 3-pointer. Ronald Tubin also hitting a 3-pointer.
3-point lead for Ginebra. And Arpadi forced to step on the brakes. Here comes Tagiwa. Lost it. He knew it. Madulas yung bola sa mga kamay ni Mark Tagiwa. Turnover.
Well, going back to those 2 3-point shots that I mentioned, Miko, later on that will pay off because pag pinosi na naman nila si Chris Alexander, hindi na makaka-help yung Air21 because they know that Ginebra is making their outside shot.
Halfway through the opening quarter, Thomas at the post. That's another steal for Ginebra. Here comes Tagiwa, had a turnover moments ago. And there's a whistle blown. Offensive foul against Ginebra.
Speaking of turnovers, it has gone both ways. Air21, marami na silang turnover as well as Barangay Ginebra. It seems that in this series, both teams have had a penchant of turning the ball over.
They go inside. Arwin Santos with a height advantage over Mark Tagiwa. It will really happen with Air21 when you have 4 bigs and 1 big guard in Arboleda. They will get those mismatches.
And it's all about execution. Just a simple back screen at nalibre si Arwin Santos. Mark Kagiwa doesn't want to get caught at the post with Arwin.
Still a 1-point lead for Ginebra. That's another block for Arwin Santos, but a foul is called by referee Peter Balao. First personal laban kay Ranidel de Ocampo. First team foul against Air 21. 2 free throws for the former MVP, Eric Mick. And be a part of history as San Miguel Beer Oktoberfest 120 tries to break the Guinness World Record for the world's longest beer bar and the most number of people toasting on September 5 at San Miguel Avenue, Ortigas. Kaya tara na, Oktoberfest na. Two misses on the line mula kay Eric Mick. Nevertheless, Ginebra holding on to a precarious 1-point lead, 12-11. To approach the last 5 minutes of the opening period. Here comes Arboleda on the right side. Baksak si Artadi, that's an offensive foul.
You know, Miko, Paul Artadi has really had Winnie Arboleda's number in this series. Artadi's quickness has been bothering itong si Arboleda. And Arboleda, usually when he's bringing down the ball, has to turn sideways kasi natatakot siya sa quickness ni Artadi.
Of course, this matchup between Artadi and Arboleda, a battle between two excellent pickpockets on the court. Here comes Alexander. Alexander, double team, outside, Valenzuela. Valenzuela on the move. Fade away, no goal. Ball ends up with Arwin Santos. Here's Arwin Santos. Kick out pass. Gary David from the corner. This for Mr. Pure Energy.
And from the corner, from the bench, fresh from the bench, Gary David just coming in, instant offense. Gary David missing link in the last game. Importante sa Air 21 na pumutok siya. Yan yung mga turnover na pinag-usapan natin. Napakarami para sa inyo.
Sumagot naman si Junto Valenzuela with his own TM3. At lamang na muli ang Ginebra, 15-14. It's a traveling violation against Winnie Arboleda na kanina pa kinukulit ni Paul Artadi.
Right now, changing of the guards. Papasok si Egay Billones, papasok si Chris Bacana. Usually, it's Egay Billones that does a better job against Paul Artadi, while Winnie Arboleda does a better job against Chris Bacana. So, nag-mix and match sila ngayon. At ito, advantage Barangay Ginebra kasi kanina lamang si Artadi kay Arboleda.
Now, with all the confidence in the world, Chris Bacana attacks the defense of the smaller Egay Billones. First personal against Egay Billones. People talk about, Paul Artadi's career coming to life. Eric Mink also with a great series. But what about Chris Bacana? He had no team.
Yeah, he was in the States.
He had no team at the start. But look at where Chris Bacana now playing in a Game 7 for Ginebra in this excellent electric atmosphere inside a big dome.
You're a Ginebra fan. Someone told me Chris Bacana is going to have to play 20 minutes in the finals for Barangay Ginebra to win. No one would believe it. Ito yung nabagit natin, 3-point shooting. Barangay Ginebra perfect so far. That's a key for them.
Here's Kubid, Mr. Fearless. Forcing one up. Thought he could get a call there, but no luck. And the ball will go to Air 21. 3.5 remaining in the opening period. Gary David, on about 3. And Thomas and Kubid going at it as si Kubid ang tatawagan ng foul.
Look right here. Stephen Thomas trying to set the screen. There's that second motion and definitely a foul on Ronald Tubit.
We have a timeout. We'll be right back. Back inside the big dome. And we have Diana and Ariana. Mga kasama natin sa TV5. They host Ogads. One of the...
Pagkatapos yan Pagkatapos ng game yan. Tama ba yan?
Mamaya. One of the hottest news shows here on TV5. Kaya dapat shake mo. TV mo.
Hot din sila. Nakita natin kanina. Sabi mo sa akin.
No, I was talking about the show. I couldn't agree. Anyway, back to the game. Then 8 to go in the opening period. Air ball released by Ranadel de Ocampo. The Rocket JC Intal is in the game for the first time.
And fairly early in the game, nakikita natin, Coach Bob Perasol going to his bench early, making sure that his players are ready.
Alexander. 6 points in the game for Chris Alexander as we send you over to Eric Reyes.
Natin if there are a lot of penetrations, nakakaroon ng opportunity si Chris Alexander. Sinabi ni Coach Bob Perasol, hindi niya maintindihan sa mga players na they just have to stay in front because ganun ang nangyayari pag nakapenetrate yung mga players ng Ginebra. At sinabi pa niya, get Gary David involved early. Guys,
speaking of Gary David, he just converted on a PM3. He has 6 in the game. Gary David has an automatic here in the Fiesta Conference. Lute Valenzuela against a taller Intal. Valenzuela using every ounce of experience trying to score. Here comes Tubit. Tubit fakes and fakes. Eric makes from the corner.
But that's all about ball movement. Junti Valenzuela did not panic after he got the offensive rebound. Able to find the open man, and Eric Banks hitting the outside shot.
Under 2 minutes to go in the opening period. Intal, a swipe by Junti Valenzuela, and that's last touch on Gary David. As we hear this report from Senor Domingo El Conquistador, Dominico.
Nico, makikita mo talaga itong si Mark Aguilar really wanting to win this ball game. He may be injured and hindi siya masyadong makatulong on the court. Kaya naman pagdating dun sa coaching, nakikitulong siya. And he said something very good para dito sa Barangay Ginebra Kings. He said, think of this, guys. Every time we turn the ball over, 2 points and para sa Air21. So we better make sure we take care of the ball. So,
well, that's Kagiwa showing leadership even on the bench. And Alex Crisano na kahit yata itong si Alex siya.
And for Barangay Ginebra, the last 2 baskets, Nico, have come on offensive rebound. The last one coming from Alex Crisano.
Homer C will be called for the offensive foul as he brushed Ronald Tubit aside. First personal laban kay Homer C. Junti Valenzuela will take a breather, and Sunday Salvacion takes his place on the court. As you know, Sunday Salvacion lives for games like this. Tubit top of the key against Gary David. Tubit on the move. Tubit all the way. Homer say with the rebound. Homer say, look out, everybody get out of the way. And miraculously passes it to Egay Millones for the basket.
But his game has changed today. Game 7. Game 7, iba na ang Game 7 yung dalawa. Nakatago, but the decision on the part of Homer C.
Still a 3-point lead for Ginebra, 22-19. Time winding down to 50 seconds here in the opening quarter. Tubit with the basketball. Where's he going? Tubit on the move. Tubit fakes. Tubit. No. Crisano goes up.
It looks like that shaved head is working for Alex Crisano. Since he got in, a couple of offensive rebounds and already 4 points.
Big basket for Gary David. He now has 8 points in the game. Pero tatlo pa rin ang lamang ng Ginebra with 29 seconds remaining in the opening period. 15 to shoot. That's going to be a foul against Millones, who's having a hard time against Pacana.
Like we said, when you look at the build in itself, Winnie Arboleda mas bagay kay Chris Pacana ang bantayan. Tapos si Egay Millones naman, yung quickness niya, match sila ni Paul Artadi.
Salvacion will start the play. 14 to shoot for Ginebra. 21 remaining in the opening quarter. That's another foul. And this time against Gary David. And that will be the 4th team foul against the Air21. Only the first against Gary David. As Rafa Rivas makes his first appearance here in Game 7. And Chris Alexander will get that customary rest before the end of the quarter.
Excellent job. Both coaches making sure their imports get a couple of seconds, extra seconds rest on the bench at the end of the quarter.
At sa ngayon, tumatagal ang bola dito sa panig ng Ginebra. They have 11 seconds to shoot, 17 remaining in the opening quarter. And a knockout play is the shell coming from Ronald Tubit.
Air21 should attack right now because Barangay Ginebra has fouls to give.
5 seconds to go.
Those are little things that you have to be aware of. The other team will give up the foul, so you have to attack early. At ang ganda ng play na ginawa ni Ronald Tubit.
And back to live action is David. No go. It's going to be Ginebra basketball. Crisano and Irvin Soto to be separated here. Little extra motion. With only 4/10 of a second remaining. They need a good pass and a miraculous shot. Salvador would have been the best bet to take that shot, but couldn't handle the pass. So it's going to be a 5-point lead for Ginebra at the end of the opening quarter, 26-21. Back inside the big dome after these messages.
They just live up to the spirit of the Barangay Ginebra. Yan lang naman yun. Never say die. Keep the energy, keep the spirit. Walking wounded na kami, but the heart is still there. That's the main thing that's keeping us in the series. And we still believe with each other. Good things hopefully will happen. We just live with the never say die spirit of Ginebra.
Well, nung araw, Jong Wijigo was at the receiving end of yung tinatawag na legendary never say die spirit. Tadi scoots in for 2 to start the second quarter. Pero ngayon, siya'y bahagi na of the Ginebra lore here in the PBA. And here comes Rafi Arenas on the move. Crisano is hammered by Homer C. And you would not want to be in the middle of that tussle between Alex Crisano and Homer C.
The first quarter went the way of Barangay Ginebra, and Barangay Ginebra also starting the second quarter strong. They are running when it is there. At ito, sinasabi mo, these two guys, definite heavyweights.
It's like Macho Man versus Hulk Hogan all over again. Homer C, of course, always a tough hombre on the court. But you know, Homer C, one of the most underrated scorers in the PBA today. Of course, siyempre, ang pinag-uusapan lagi ng tao is his very physical defense and his penchant for giving up flagrant fouls like this one. So he'll be tagged with a flagrant foul penalty 1 dahil kita-kita naman Alas, akala niya yung sa ulo ni Crisano ay yung bola. But highly unlikely.
Homer C having one of his better seasons so far this conference. Very good for him. And speaking of guys that are having an impact, Alex Crisano in this game, maganda pinapakita niya dahil naka-4 na puntos na siya coming off the bench. These are bonuses, and these bonuses are huge when it's a Game 7.
You know, it was interesting. We were talking about Chris Pacana earlier. If you would have told me in Game 7, Crisano, Pacana, and Artadi would be on the floor at the same time providing quality minutes for Ginebra, I would have told you, Jason, pa-check up na. But here they are, those 3 gentlemen doing wonders para sa Ginebra, trying to give them a championship tonight on this wild Wednesday inside the Big Dome. Siyempre, kabupoy, puput na nagagalak na kasalo namin kayo here in Game 7. Crisano, no-look pass. Artadi short. Air21 has Santos, Arboleda, Soto, Se, and David on the floor. Both coaches opting not to start the second quarter with their imports. Both imports resting on the bench. First person na laban kay Sunday Salvacion. First team foul laban sa Ginebra. Arboleda still has the ball with nowhere to go. Here's Homer C. The ball ends up with Artadi with 1 minute having gone by here in the second quarter. Salvacion fires. Can't get the bounce. Homer C clears the rebound and get the women and children out of the way. I thought Homerse would go for it. Instead, binigay muna niya kay Winnie Arboleda. 14 to shoot for Air21. Here comes Gary David, who's been tough to guard earlier for Ronald Tubid, and now he's the assignment of Sunday Salvacion.
Probably a harder matchup for Sunday Salvacion compared to Ronald Tubib. So much quickness right there. Nagkaroon lang ng cross matchup doon. It's actually Chris Bacana that's supposed to guard ito si Gary David. Gary David, excellent recognition, attacking right away the defense of Sunday Salvacion.
Second personal laban kay Salvacion. Second team foul laban sa Ginebra. Ervin Soto, who used to play for Ginebra. Meantime, here's Rivas. Nice pass from Kagiwa. Outside to Kagiwa. Open shot. 4-3. Short. After Rivas clears the offensive rebound. Back to Kagiwa. Two-man game here. And now it ends up with Arpadi with 18 to shoot. And Arpadi wisely calling the play here. Back to Kagiwa against Arvin Santos. That's a stellar matchup. Kagiwa with another short attempt. And Crisano and Homerse. Or rather, Crisano and Ervin Soto. And now, words being exchanged at yun, may nakita tayo na bigyan ng technical foul. Hindi ba nagsama tong dalawa na to?
Ay, malamang hindi dahil and right there in the bottom of your screen you see Alex Crisano. Get out of the way.
So it's a double technical foul for an on-court altercation. So Soto and Crisano palitan pa naman ang nasalita, and Labi Espinas
Making a tawagan tuloy siya ng personal foul. You can see the free throws on your screen. Both of them have made 3 free throws. Ang diferensya, 12 yung tinira ng Barangay Ginebra.
At that time, Alexander makes the first. Jomovic Chico could be half away from yet another PBA championship. Obviously with other things in mind. Loose ball foul against Eric Meng. Air21 looking at a 1-point deficit. Exactly 6 minutes remaining in the second period. That's another turnover. Here comes Bacana. Bacana needs help. Can't do that with Arvin Santos in the vicinity. And Arvin Santos forces one up against 3 defenders.
That's right. He forced it up. He didn't have to shoot that. Could have set it up. Wala sa mga numero nun.
Here's Kagiwa. Kagiwa struggles tonight. He loses the ball. Here comes Arboleda. And there's the counter steal. Bacana looking at Alexander. Instead goes to Kagiwa, but there's a foul inside. There's a foul inside. Wait a minute. Foul po ito. No, wait a minute. May senyas ng foul eh. Sandali lang.
But they're not going to talk about it. They're going to say that definitely.
So there's a foul against Renedel de Ocampo. Nagkaroon ng, a foul and then a timeout. So there's a foul on Renedel de Ocampo, and now we have a timeout. And we'll be right back. Welcome to the moment of truth. We will see a royal coronation, or will we have an express celebration? That's what Game 7 is all about. And you're catching all the action here on TV5, right alongside this mammoth crowd of close to 23,000 fans packed inside the championship capital of Philippine basketball. And they've come from all over, north, south, east, west. May mga taga-barangay, merong mga taga-Ube Republic. They're all here witnessing an epic Game 7 so far between Ginebra and Air21.
So far this quarter, a change of pace. Kanina nakita natin ng Barangay Ginebra able to score 26 points in the first quarter. Here in the second quarter, they have definitely slowed down. Only 7 points so far for Barangay Ginebra, and they actually, and for Air21, only 11.
Approaching the last 5 minutes of the second period. It's Gary David against Tubin. Doug Kramer in the game for the first time. Hands off, Gary David. Ayaw iwanan ni Tubin. David with a tough shot. Ball ends up with Tubin. Takbo ng Ginebra dito. Here comes Artadi over to Tubin. Tubin. That's going to be last touch on.
Well, they're going to call a foul on Gary David, I believe.
Not a break for Ginebra. It would have been last touch on Ronald Tubin. Instead, it's a second personal against Gary David.
So far, Air21 giving up a lot of fouls. At ang masakit dito, they have been free throw shooting fouls. Masakit naman para sa Barangay Ginebra, hindi nila ma-convert yung mga free throw na binibigay sa kanila. That is a ton of free throws to get in one half. Total of 18 if you count these two that Ronald Tubin is going to get.
Well, in a way, Jason, maybe you're not at all surprised in the Game 7 when you have errors, you have missed free throws, always an indication of the kind of pressure that these players have to deal with.
Definitely, all these guys, like we said, they are being paid to play, but they are human.
They're human. They all have their personal dreams and aspirations. All boils down here to Game 7, which team wants it more. With 15 to shoot, Thomas has the ball over to Doug Kramer. Kramer goes inside. Nice pass for Thomas.
A nice pass. Doug Kramer, sabi mo nga, maganda yung pasa. He's come off the bench. That won't really get a lot of minutes. But if he is productive, those are the kind of little plays that are important if you want to win a championship.
And the bonus free throw is good for Stephen Thomas, who was the early favorite to get the Best Import of the Conference award, but he was edged out by the man he's guarding right now, Chris Alexander. Wala ngayon nakit-shoot si Valenzuela. And now Alexander with 12 to shoot. Ginebra still up by 1. Alexander with nowhere to go. Still has the ball with 5 to shoot. Still has the leather. And you knew he was in trouble nung masyado na nagtagal sa kanya yung bola.
That's right, because he tried to drop step to the baseline, but it's really not there. That move, probably very low percentage para sa kanya.
Pisano guarding Stephen Thomas. You know, Thomas likes this matchup. That's why he's backing him up. He turns around and scores.
But you know, Alex Pisano did everything right. Hindi niya pinayagan si Stephen Thomas to get near the basket. It was a tough shot, but sometimes the good players make the good shots.
Thomas now in double figures with 10. Lamang na muli ang Air21, 37-36. In a case of overexcitement for Alex Pisano.
Well, that's the thing with Alex Pisano. Una mong pinasok, ang ganda ng ipapakita. You give him a couple of minutes rest. When he comes back, you don't really know who you're gonna get.
And Pisano also gets a warning dahil akala ko iuwi na niya yung bola eh. Medyo matagal bago niya ibinilik sa ating mga officials. So action continues with 3:46 remaining in the second period. Here's Thomas, now against Alexander. Canaleta, open shot. He has all year to shoot. He missed it. Ginebra down by 1. Here's Alexander. He will not take that shot. Ipot muna kay Junti Valenzuela with 14 to shoot. Junti Valenzuela spins, fires, scores! 4 points in the game for Junti Valenzuela. Back to a 1-point lead para sa Ginebra. Now Thomas on the other side of the court, working on Alexander. Now he faces the basket.
That's been the Achilles heel of Stephen Thomas. Once he does the inside pivot, ang tagal niya bago gumalaw nung pangalawa niyang galaw, nakakalimutan niya kung ano yung pivot foot niya.
Actually, kanina pa tong girian sa pagitan ni Doug Kramer and ni Eric Menk. First, Eric Menk with all the years of experience, knowing fully well he has the advantage over Kramer. Ito yung Kramer, ayaw din namang tulak-tulakin siya. So Kramer with the foul. We have a timeout, 2:53 to go in the first half. Just a 1-point lead for Ginebra. Back inside the Big Dome for more Game 7 action. Here's our MyPhone Dual Life player. Pero ang ating MyPhone Dual Life player, tinsa nyo ng MyPhone. 2 SIMs, 1 phone, home mercy, basketball superstar, and landlord.
Talagang magbabayad ka on time.
Diba? The landlord. Kapag kumatok si Homer C, magbayad ka na. Ayan ating mga kasama sa Radyo PBA. On the left, that's Mr. Magoo Marjan. On the right, yan po si Ginoong Barry Pascua. Coach Bo Perasol. You know, he set the tone when he said it was Air21 versus the Philippines. Ang pakaramdam natin parang Pilipinas dito. We're close to 23,000 fans inside the Big Dome. As Eric Menk makes the first free throw, and we're glad you can be part of this memorable coverage. As Eric Menk goes 2 out of 2. Nico Halili kasama si Jason Webb, Eric Reyes, Dominic Uy taking care of business here in the first half. Wala ngayon na kay Steven Thomas. Ginebra up by 3, 40-37. 9 to shoot. Thomas goes in the paint. Thomas twirls. This is the turnaround. This Valenzuela lost it. Arwin Santos. And now Thomas. Here's Canaleta on the move with a runner.
This has been the problem for Air21. They want to be aggressive. Pero ang nakukuha nila hindi bola. Panay kamay ng Barangay Ginebra as right now 21st and 22nd free throws for Barangay Ginebra. And you can look at their score. They only have 40 points on the board.
So si Arwin Santos ang tinawagan ng kanyang second personal foul. Both teams are in the penalty with 2:11 remaining. Even sa second quarter. 2 free throws for Ronald Kubi. Arwin Santos featured in our No Fear Fearless Move of the Game. Brought to you by No Fear Underwear. Got the ball. Score it. That's a pictus I cannot explain. Back to live action. Tubig goes 2 out of 2 and he has 9 points off the bench for Ginebra.
We talked about guys from the guard spot helping out. So far, it's been Ronald Tubid who has been gotten the biggest impact for his team, 9 points.
Thomas fires. Oh, way off. Lucky break. Arwin Santos gets a 2-pointer. He has 13 points in the game. Pero takbo pa rin ang lamang dito ng Ginebra, 42-39. Under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half of Game 7. Valenzuela on the move. Valenzuela with a ball swing after the offensive foul.
You're going to see this offensive foul. But if you look at Steven Thomas, good job to get those feet out of that no-charge zone. Duty Valenzuela jumping without knowing what to do. Only bad things happen pag ginawa mo yan.
Marvin Cruz is in the game for the first time. Although time is winding down here in the second quarter. Now pass. Canaleta. Only had Tubid right behind him.
Wasn't pretty. We're thinking na yung laptop na yun kung saan pupunta, pero it was just in the middle of the court. But
It's Canaleta. Kahit sa buhay ba to? Probably get it.
Tagtag mo dyan, yung mga wingman nila, mas malalaki kaysa doon sa wingman ng Barangay Ginebra.
Meg, tough shot. Alexander gets the basket. And Alexander now in double figures with 10 points.
Not as dominating as the game in the last game, pero maganda pa rin pinapakita ko si Chris Alexander.
Here's Thomas, he's in trouble. Over to Marvin Cruz, 10 to shoot, under a minute to play in the second quarter. And it's a kickball violation against... Wait a minute. Bob Perasol is on the court. Bob Perasol is on the court.
Bob Perasol asked for a timeout, and he was going to be given a timeout. That's what he's saying. What happened first? Was it the timeout that he requested for, or was it the kickball?
You see Jess Ferrer, and here's Bob Perasol seeking a clarification here. Joey Calungkagan is referee number 56. He's the Chief Justice here, trying to maintain order in the court.
I'll tell you what happened. Referee Calungkagan was looking at the bench of Air21, so he was the only one that actually knows if there was a timeout that was being called. Referee Jess Ferrer had his back turned and was looking at the play. Now, they talked about it, and now they're trying to figure out kung ano nangyari na una.
Sending now on coach Bob Perasol from timeout for Air21 Express.
They get the 30-second timeout, but they lose 1 point because they're going to get that
Technical foul against Coach Bob Perasol. So it's a 30-second timeout with 43 seconds remaining in the first half. Lamang ng tatlo ang Ginebra, 44-41. And be a part of history as San Miguel Beer, Oktoberfest, 120, tries to break the Guinness World Record for the world's longest beer bar for the most number of people hosting on September 5 at San Miguel Avenue, Ortigas. Kaya tara na, Oktoberfest na. You can see this gargantuan crowd all packed inside the big dome. As early as 3 this afternoon, everyone was already here inside, including Mr. Bayani having a light moment here with our big boss, Shena Olaso, who's also the birthday girl today. Bayani, of course, along with my partner here, Jason Webb, part of my MVP, which premiered last Sunday.
Every Sunday yan. Hindi ko ipa-plug, ha? Pero maganda siya. Pero every Sunday siya. Hindi ko na ipa-plug.
Huwag mo rin sabihin magaling yung host.
Ayun, di na. Wag na.
Of course, my MVP, kauna-unahang basketball reality show. Meantime, 43 seconds remaining. And that's a good view of the business class section. Yan ang tinatawag na mabuhay class.
Mabuhay na. Akala ko yun yung economy,
Yan ang business class dito sa Big Dome. Doon sa Gen Ad. Yan. Because those are where the diehard fans are. Diba? Kahit nagkakukunan lang yung nakikita mo, you're still here cheering your lungs out. That's why I call it the business class of the Big Dome.
Yeah, but I love those fans because even if they're there, they still know what's going on.
Absolutely.
They're the first ones to complain. Pag may nakita silang foul, alam nila kaagad yan.
Absolutely. So action resumes here with 14 on the shot clock for Air21, and they're down by 4. Marvin Cruz sends it over to Thomas. Thomas has been the focal point of their offense in the second quarter. Now they go to this mismatch. Canaleta against former UE teammate Tubit. Second time Canaleta scored against Ronald Tubit.
So Canaleta has not really played a lot of minutes, but he has been very productive in this game.
2-point game in favor of Ginebra. Time running out here in the second quarter. Tubit had an open shot. He takes it and makes it.
And you can see he was trying to get to the spot that he was most comfortable at. He had the open look, but then, ganun din naman, pag inapit mo, 2 points pa rin yun. Komportable ka na.
12 points for Tubit tonight. Here's Marvin Cruz for 3. Yes, sir! 3 seconds remaining in the first half. 1 second to go. Chunti at the buzzer! That's how you end the first half of a Game 7, and it counts for the hitman, Chunti Valenzuela. Used to do it a lot for Red Bull, but now is a big part of Barangay Ginebra, and he sends it home. with no time remaining. At labang po ang Ginebra, 49-46 at the end of the first half. Let's go to Eric Reyes.
Winnie, grabe yung physical nyo at point guard ni Paul Artadi. Kailangan pa mas physical ka para manalo kayo ngayong gabi.
Of course, kailangan namin yun. No? Pero at the end of the first half, let's go to Eric Reyes.
Winnie, grabe yung physical nyo at point guard ni Paul Artadi. Kailangan pa mas physical ka para manalo kayo ngayong gabi.
Of course, kailangan namin yun. No? Pero hindi namin kailangan mag-physical eh. Kasi yun ang chance nila manalo sa amin. So, kailangan sa focus na kami sa gagawin namin.
Mas malalim ba ang bench ninyo kumpara sa Ginebra?
Oo naman kasi lahat kami healthy, walang injury. So, sana makabalik kami sa third quarter.
Salamat, Winnie. Dom, Troy, kasama naman natin Paul Artadi. Paul, alam natin you've been filling in the shoes of JJ Helderbrand ever since game 2. Gano'ng kahirap yun?
Sobrang hirap. Si JJ Helderbrand is JJ Helderbrand, number 1 point guard na ngayon sa liga. So, pinupunan ko lang yung talaga, yung energy lang talaga para sa team.
How bad do you want to win this championship?
Sobra, dahil gusto ko mag-champion ulit.
Alright, thank you, Paul. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Dominic Uy, Eric Reyes. We're at the half of Game 7. 49-46, labang po ang Ginebra. We'll be back with more mula rito sa Big Dome. Back inside the Big Dome, bago po natin simulan ang second half. Let's check on both teams. Ano ba pinag-usapan ng Air21? Let's go to Eric Reyes.
Well, Miko, para sa Air21, they really have to control rebounds. Ang dami na ko ang rebound ni Meng, ni Crisano, all the big guys. Itong Barangay Ginebra was really a problem. Their locals really have to step up in this ball game. They have to control the boards. Yung kanilang import na si Chris Alexander naman for sa Ginebra, sabi ni Coach Bo sa akin, he was really happy na na-control ni Stephen Thomas. Pero kailangan nila puso at tip-tip na lang daw ang laban in the second half. Dom? Well, Eric, para dito sa Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings, dalawang bagay what was very alarming for them, yung turnover and yung turnover points. Plus, hindi sila masyadong maganda ang kanilang free throw shooting. Kaya naman sabi ni Coach Jong Chico, we need to concentrate a little bit more. And they feel in the second half that the Air21 Express might go to KG Canaleta and Arwin Santos on the post. So they're gonna watch out for that. Nico?
So muli po si Eric Reyes nakabantay sa kampo ng Air21, Dominic Uy nakabantay sa kampo ng Ginebra, Richard Del Rosario binabantayan si Diana at Ariana. Ang mga magagandang hosts ng OGADS. And you can catch that show after this ball game.
Speaking of maganda, just a nice setup play coming out of the quarter break, of the halftime break. Quick 2 points para sa Barangay Ginebra.
Air21 begins the second half with Arwin Santos along with Gary David, Stephen Thomas, Winnie Arboleda, and Ranadel De Ocampo. Arwin Santos now with 15 points.
And that's exactly what Coach Jong Chico said. They're going to go to Arwin Santos. That wasn't in the deep post. That was in the high post.
Meantime, Ginebra begins the third year with Ronald Tubin, Eric Mink, Paul Artadi, Chris Alexander, and Junti Valenzuela. Tubin now with 14 points.
At Nico, ito nagiging problema ng Air21. Ang mga shoot ng Barangay Ginebra, ang daming mga layup at ang daming mga tutok na tira.
The rush was blocked from behind by Chris Alexander. 5-point lead para sa Ginebra. Here's Artadi on the right side. Artadi on the move. Artadi all the way. Although Artadi comes up limping here. Maybe something wrong with Paul Artadi, but we'll find out. Timeout muna tayo. Ginebra, early run here. Siyempre, dapat shake nyo na ang TV nyo dahil dito na ang TV5. Of course, the entry of TV5 also marks a turning of a leaf here, a new chapter for our network. Siguro alam nyo na by now, no? This also will mark the last coverage day of what was then, as you know, ABC Sports and now TV5 Sports on the PBA. TV5, of course, opting to go in a different direction, but nonetheless, still very proud of what it has accomplished, and it's all close to 5-year relationship with the PBA as we go back to the game. Here's Ranadel De Ocampo on the move. There's a blocking foul spotted by Peter Bala.
But very lucky Air21 because their offense was not going anywhere. Winnie Arboleda killed his dribble. Tapos nun, hindi na alam ng Air21 kung anong gagawin nila.
Ronald Tubit tinawagan ng kanyang second personal foul. First team foul against Ginebra here in the second half. Does the shoot for Air21. And Arboleda will miss. Stephen Thomas, one more try, blocked, but there's a whistle blow. Third personal laban sa import ng Ginebra, sending Thomas to the line.
Ito si Chris Alexander. You said it. He has 3 personal fouls, but he really does a good job of keeping away from the danger foul. I don't think he's ever been ever fouled out this conference.
And he part of history at San Miguel Beer Oktoberfest. Clemente tries to break the Guinness World Record for the world's longest beer bar and the most number of people toasting on September 5 over at San Miguel Avenue, Ortigas. Kaya tara na, Oktoberfest na, Rick moderately. 6-point game in favor of Ginebra here in the early moments of the third quarter. Bola na kay Jules Valenzuela. He spots and misses. Eric Beck with a rebound and blocked by Arvin Santos. One more try and that is persistence for Major Payne. Eric Beck in double figures with 10 points. Here's Gary David. Yes, sir. Tres.
Gary David has been hot. He is 3 out of 3 from 3-point range. And only went 1 out of 3 from 2-point range. But it seems every time he's on the court, as long as it's a good shot, he's been making it.
Crucial basket there for Air21. Ginebra threatening to build a big lead here in the third quarter. Here comes Menk on the move. And the layup is good. 12 points for a revitalized Eric Menk here in the finals. Back to a 7-point Ginebra lead. Nice bounce pass inside, but Arvin Santos misses.
But that's sometimes yung naging problema ni Arvin Santos. He releases the ball too early. Especially pag maliit yung bantay niya, he actually has enough time para i-atsinta yung bola na maigi.
And Ginebra goes back to Menk. Is the man of the moment with an open layup. And we hear the thundering roar mula sa barangay Big Dome. Ecstatic over the performance of Eric Menk, who has 14 points and 11 rebounds. Best player of the conference back in 2004 in the Fiesta Conference, and he was named Finals MVP. And a year after, once again was named Best Player of the Conference in the Philippine Cup, and again Finals MVP. Certainly a tower of strength para sa Ginebra, and became MVP that same year. Eric Menk, his career coming back to life, and he is the man of the moment for Ginebra here in the third quarter.
Ilang dikit-dikit na galaw ni Eric Menk at the post. Really taking advantage of Ranidel De Ocampo. On the other side, no choice for Air21 but to find an answer to Eric Menk. Pinasok na nila si Doug Kramer.
The question surrounding the health of course, JJ Helterbrand, foregone conclusion, is out. Mark Agiwa, obviously in this game, not playing 100%, and Gary David, of course. The question was, who would be that other local that would provide support for Chris Alexander? Eric Menk is answering that question tonight.
Definitely, because if you look at Eric Menk, he's the guy that all you have to do is give it to him at the post. The rest of the guys have to create their own shots. And like I said, Game 7, mga finals, napaka-importante ng post presser. As ayan na, charging naman ngayon ng tinawag kay Gary David. Wheels coming off for Air21 in this quarter, Miko.
Third personal laban kay Gary David. Coach Pirasol very cautious here with 8:05 remaining in the third quarter. You don't want Ginebra to pull away. It's a 9-point game with 8 minutes remaining in the third period. Go to Menk again, this time against Doug Kramer. Menk, what a layup! And there's a foul!
Miko, kanina nakakita natin, pumapantay sa kanya si Ranidel De Ocampo. Doug Kramer, maguhan to. Eric Menk, you've been in the business for almost 9 years now in the league. Too many moves for Doug Kramer. Too strong for Doug Kramer. And there, nagsitis ng free throw, nakakuha pa rin si Eric Menk. Right now, Air21 has to find their bearings. They are looking for Menk here
Ball is withdrawn and Tubin withdraws to shoot. Tubin makes his move. Tubin off the glass.
And Nico, it's not just Eric Beck. It's the whole Barangay Ginebra that are getting layups. They don't even have to shoot from the outside. Lahat ng tira nila sa quarter na to within the paint.
That's a block. Alexander telling Gary David, where are you going? It's a 13-point Ginebra lead. And they're on a roll here in the third quarter. Menk, the man of the moment. Everybody on their feet. Menk against Doug Kramer. Menk fires. Not that high. Chris Alexander with an offensive rebound. Here's Josie Valenzuela. Lots of time to shoot for Ginebra. 18 to shoot. They go to Eric Menk. Everybody clears out. Menk makes his move. There's the spin and the foul.
So right now, it's the Eric Menk show here in the third quarter. Napansin natin kanina, pinoste siya dun sa left side ng court. He doesn't like posting up on the left side of the court because he likes to use his left jump hook. Totally opposite of Chris Alexander. The difference between Alexander and Eric Menk likes to use a left jump hook, but he can swing back to the post. Sa linggo pa yun. Sa linggo pa yun. MVP kayo naman, oh. Kasado kayo nagmamadali, eh. Ha? Ayun ba yun?
Okay.
Masyado silang na-excite. Nagandahan sila sa show.
For a while there, I thought they were really honoring Eric Menk's performance. No.
We all know what they were talking about.
My MVP. But
Pinawisan ako niya ako.
when was the last? Oh my God! When was the last time you heard, the crowd chant MVP for Eric Menk?
It's just been a long time. Like you said, ever since 05, the career of Eric Menk has been in a downward spiral. Although very slow, it hit the lowest point in the conference elimination this year.
At that time, a badly needed basket for Air21 as Stephen Thomas scores his 13th point of the game.
If you're Air 21, you're just happy that you get a call at the post because Ginebra has been attacking the post and they have not been able to stop Eric Menk at the post. Earn back time.
Absolutely. Classic performance by Eric Menk. But trouble here for Ginebra. Chris Alexander meron ng 4 na personal fouls. And Thomas now with 15 points in the game. 10-point lead for Ginebra here in Game 7. 6:18 remaining in the third quarter.
And speaking of trouble, ganyan nangyari sa Air 21 nung ulit. Si Stephen Thomas naman ang nagkaroon ng personal foul trouble.
It's Valenzuela.
Well, he just fished for a foul. Ito si Juti Valenzuela. Experience right there. He knew that KG Canaleto was going to try to go for the block.
Well, of course, here in the third period, you can dangle that word experience because a lot of the gentlemen on the Ginebra side have been here before. Been in the finals before. Even guys like Paul Artari, they've been here before. But then, of course, you look at the Air 21 side of the basketball court. This is a team in their first time here. First time finalists in the PBA.
Right, but when we look at guys like Paul Artari that have been there, they really did not play significant roles in those runs. Now they're really forced into that situation, and the difference is these guys, they took on that challenge, grabbed it by the horn, and are really giving us a nice performance.
Homer said with nowhere to go. 11-point Ginebra lead. Nagpaskalati na tayo dito sa third period. Here's Alexander. Sending it to the right side. Artari with a fake. Artari crossover. Artari can't get the ginger bounce. And turnover!
Well, Homer Say had nowhere to go. He had nowhere to go. And he had no business dribbling that ball with a crossover and, all the way in the free throw line of the other court.
You go right ahead and tell it.
No, but I'm just whispering it.
Be my guest.
Landfirst ko yan.
And so, Artari setting the table here for Ginebra. Alexander, underneath, blocked, and will stay with Ginebra.
Good idea though on the part of Paul Artadi. No one had their eye on Chris Alexander, got the ball up there. But good help defense on the part of Air 21.
11 to shoot for Ginebra. And so there's color developing between Ronald Tubid and Ranidel de Ocampo. And there's the offensive foul. It's against Alex Crisano. Third personal laban kay Crisano. Look at Marvin Cruz. Outside Thomas. And now Ranidel for three. Thomas with an offensive rebound. Back to Ranidel de Ocampo. Here's Canaleta. Canaleta with a one-handed runner. Could have counted. Bagsak si Ronald Tubid. Courtesy of Ranidel de Ocampo.
So right now, this is a important period for Barangay Ginebra because they went to Eric Mech exclusively, maybe for the past 6 minutes. Now they have him on the bench. Now who do you go to on offense? Alam natin, wala si Mark Tadiwa. At this point, wala si Junti Valenzuela. So there's really no creator on the floor right now for Barangay Ginebra. At least now they get back Junti Valenzuela for Ronald Tubid. The real obvious go-to guy right now for Barangay Ginebra is Chris Alexander.
That's another rebound for Thomas. Canaleta, no hesitation, no basket. Alexander hemmed in. Was able to extricate himself with under 5 minutes to go. Ginebra is holding on to a 10-point lead, 66-56. 12 to shoot. Pacana, handoff, Valenzuela. Junti inside. Crisano couldn't handle the ball. Last touch on Air 21.
And nothing better than Homer said, Alex Crisano going for the loose ball.
That's a technical foul waiting to happen. Here's Junti Valenzuela against Homer C. Valenzuela, runner, no go. There comes Homer C. Get the women and send it out of the way. Close your eyes. All the way down. Valenzuela, a steal by Marvin Cruz. Marvin Cruz. He steps on the brakes and fires away. Rebound from Pacana.
Air 21 right now is shooting themselves in the foot because this was an opening for them. They could have had a 4-0 run, a 5-0 run. Right now, Ginebra's lead still up at 10 and they're still in control.
Back inside the Big Dome. Championship capital of Philippine basketball. First look, Commissioner's Row. Technical officials here. Siyempre kami po ay nagagalak na makasalo kayong lahat here in Game 7. At nagpas kalahati na tayo dito sa third quarter, and then we have one more quarter to go. Miko Halili kasama si Jason Webb. Of course, Mr. Bobby Barrero, part of the top brass of TV5. First also talked with us earlier and sharing the vision for TV5 and that is to put together an awesome entertainment channel, thereby also explaining the decision of ABC Now TV5 to move away, go in a different direction. PBA, of course, has been an integral part of the ABC programming for close to the last 5 years. And all those years, of course, memorable years. Ginebra, of course, enjoying its renaissance in the ABC5 era, so to speak. Of course, our top brass proud to have been part of the PBA history and tradition. Meantime, here's Arwin Santos inside, no go. And that's going to be last touch on Alexander.
So that's a play that Air 21 has gone to in this game. Especially Chris Pacana ang babantay dito kay Arwin Santos. Definitely, not only is he taller, athletically ang layo pa ng laban.
It's Thomas. Basket is good.
So, right now, Coach Joey Chico does not want Chris Alexander on Stephen Thomas. It's too early. Apat ang foul nitong si Chris Alexander. So ngayon naman, pagkakataon ni Stephen Thomas na siya naman ang pumuntos at ibalik yung kanyang kubaran.
Problem for Air21, in a moment, ibabalik din sa laro si Eric Meng. As Thomas fails to complete the bonus free throw, under 4 minutes remaining in the third period. Parang nakita ko yung nakakabatang kapatid mo dito. Or Senator Freddie Webb, also part of this mammoth crowd. Meantime, here's Arboleda. Air21 trying to get back in the game after watching Eric Meng go bananas in the early parts of the third quarter. Arwin Santos rattles out.
And see, that shot of Arvin Santos, he's going away. He should be going to the ring because even if he misses, there would be a possibility na siya yung makakuha ng rebound dahil maliit si Bacana.
3 minutes remaining in the third. Bacana with the basketball. Chris Bacana on the move. Bacana still has the ball. Bacana makes his move with a spin and a nice move to the basket. Just could not get the finish. Here comes Arboleda. Arboleda with a spin. Arboleda all the way. Blocked by Joey Valenzuela, but Joey Calungkagin says there was contact.
Winnie's still on the floor right there, holding on to his right ankle. Ito Winnie Arboleda, tahimik na tahimik sa larong ito. Siya na yung may maraming experience when you look at Air21, but his experience has not paid off in this game because Winnie Arboleda scoreless in the game.
Also picked up a flagrant foul back in the first half. Here comes Eric Meng, JJ Helperbrand, our MyPhone Dual Life player. Kita sa inyo ng MyPhone 2 SIMs, 1 phone. Basketball star, product endorser, and now cheerleader. The biggest cheerleader in Ginebra side.
2 misses. You know, Air21, that's 3 straight misses from the free throw line.
Here's Bacana. Alexander. There's a foul. We saw somebody hit Alexander on the face.
And what Barangay Ginebra has been doing well is that they have been able to attack the defense of Air21. They have been able to get near the ring, and when you penetrate, good things happen. Nakita natin si Chris Bacana, pagkatapos siya mag-penetrate, drop off para kay Chris Alexander. Chris Alexander gets the free throw.
Gary David comes in para palitan si Nino Candeleta, who picked up his second personal foul.
Yeah, you like that substitution because you're going to make Mark Tagiwa play defense on either Gary David or Arwin Santos, and then you're going to really test itong help ni Mark Tagiwa.
4.5 remaining bago matapos ang third period. Here's Arboleda, so far been unproductive tonight. Nasa kay Steven Thomas. Gary David, that's a push against Kagiwa. That's a good call. Of course, it happened right in front of Jess Ferrer. Kaya kita-kita yun. Jess Ferrer.
He got that call because he lost Gary David. He thought Gary David was going to go to the opposite way. Pagbalik niya, nakatalo na si Gary David, and Gary David got undercut a little. Referee forced to call that foul.
Anyway, penalty na ang Ginebra with 2:23 remaining in the third quarter. Air21 with a foul to give. See a glimpse of the Ubi Republic inside the big dome. $13 points para kay Gary David off the bench for the Express.
Of course, Uber Republic has only Nico Halili to thank for calling them such.
Meantime, here's Valenzuela. No look pass. Turnover. Junti is hurt. Junti Valenzuela is hurt. And he's holding on to his left knee na sa ngayon na ay balot na balot, no? Itong kaliwang tuhod ni Junti Valenzuela. And now there is an air of concern dahil biglang tumahimik ang Barangay Big Dome.
Well, I just saw Alan Kaidik putting on his Barangay Ginebra uniform. I mean, everyone in Barangay Ginebra has been getting injured, banged up in this series. You talk about the color violet at black and blue. Ito ng Barangay Ginebra, sa dami ng na-injure sa kanila.
Time out muna tayo. 2:10 remaining. 7-point lead for Ginebra. Back inside the big dome for more Game 7 action between Ginebra and Air21. Before we went on a break, you all saw Judy Valenzuela get hurt. We're trying to get the latest on Judy Valenzuela's condition for the moment. Lamang po ang Ginebra, 67-60. Question is for how long? And of course, the VIPs in attendance in this part of this all-star crowd inside the big dome. Commissioner Sonny Barrios really elated at the turnout with close to 23,000 inside. Mayor Recom Echeverri, our friends from Caloocan, kasama si Vice Mayor Russell Ramirez. As we mentioned, everybody is here inside the big dome to watch Game 7 of this Best of 7 series. Obviously, no tomorrow for both squads. Winner will hoist the championship trophy at the end of the game. And Chris Pacana with a swipe. Pacana on the move. Pacana no go, but Kagiwa is there for the putback.
Well, he may not be 100%. Pero ang puso, hindi nasasaktan yun. Nakikita natin pag tumakbo, iika-ika. But you can see the desire of Mark Kagiwa. And he gets 2 points.
Here's Thomas. Lost the ball. Recovered by Alexander for Ginebra. 9-point lead for Ginebra. You know, this is a banged-up squad. Lucid Kings leading by 9. And they go to Eric's bench once again. Here's Pacana. Pacana on the move.
Pacana showing a lot of confidence.
Here's Alexander. Goes up, no good. One more try here. And wait, before a jump.
And now it's Chris Alexander's turn. Oh my God.
Oh,
Ginebra, hindi mo na alam kung anong gagawin mo.
Like bowling pins falling one by one. Hindi pa nga natin alam ano talaga kondisyon ni Judy Valenzuela. Now Alexander.
And you know, he's holding on to that hamstring.
And he's down.
And he's down.
He is down.
Well, you're hoping he's just cramping up.
Doon, ang hawak niya doon sa kanyang hamstring eh. But although we're not sure, aalamin natin yan.
But they're stretching it like he has a cramp right there. At titingnan natin ang nangyari dito. It happens right after titira pa yan eh. And he's gonna get spun around right here.
I think if I were to make an educated guess, maring natuhod yata ito eh, sa likod, ano? But you know, we're not really sure. We'll really have to wait for Dominic to get over there and find out. So Dominic owes us 2 reports. Ganun po kabilis in a span of seconds, minutes. 2 Ginebra key players going down with the perceived injuries. First Judy Valenzuela, and now their the best import of the conference, Chris Alexander.
But right now, since Chris Alexander goes out, it's Air21 who chooses kung sino ang magja-jump. Kaya pinili nila si Chris Pacana. Bakit naman nila pipiliin nga si Lucky Revis?
Here's the jump. And who gets it? Eric Bench.
Barangay Ginebra. It's been that kind of game. It seems nothing going right for Barangay Ginebra, but they have found a way.
And there's a foul around Del Campo. Okay, Dominic, what is the update on Judy Valenzuela and Chris Alexander?
Well, itong si Judy Valenzuela has actually been suffering from quadricep tendonitis at that time when he tried to make the move. Parang may naramdaman daw siyang na-pull. So they're gonna ice him first at titignan nila kung makakabalik siya. Ito namang si Chris Alexander suffering from cramps dun sa kanyang kanang quadricep.
Alright, salamat Dominic. Steal by Gary David. David on the move against Pacana. David! That was partially blocked by Pacana. There's a loose ball foul. And might go against Ginebra here.
Mukhang kay Mark Kagiwa. You can see Mark Kagiwa, Miko, is banging his head because he already has 6 turnovers in this game. You know, he's trying his best. But the thing is, when you don't feel right, mahirap talaga makuha yung timing.
Speaking of not feeling right, what about Winnie Arboleda? Wala naman tayong balita na may injury to si Winnie Arboleda, but not really himself in this game. That's another missed free throw for Arboleda, who is absolutely the most experienced man on this Air21 squad.
Zero out of 3 from the free throw line. And like you said, when Air21 is winning, kadalasan dyan si Winnie Arboleda very involved in trying to make his teammates look better.
So time winding down here in the third quarter. 33 seconds to go before the end of this period. Here's Kagiwa to play. Yes, sir! DM3 for Kagiwa, playing through the pain, and he has 8 points to show for. Here comes Thomas. 11-point lead para sa Ginebra, and Thomas is fouled.
Now this is going to be the problem for Barangay Ginebra. We know that Eric Meng has been doing well on the offensive end. Ngayong injured, itong si ang Chris Alexander. Now Eric Meng has to work on both sides of the court. Kailangan siya score on one end, tapos babantayan niya pa si Stephen Thomas on the other.
Thomas makes the first free throw. Mark Kagiwa doing his best to contribute tonight. Kahit na nananakit na ang kanyang mga tuhod, he drills in a TM3. Atin sa inyo ng bagong TM Discarte Sim, 30 pesos lang. May bagong diskarte ka na. 12 seconds to go. Ginebra trying to write the last sentence of the third chapter. Pakana has the basketball over to Kagiwa. Playing through the pain. Has the ball with 4 seconds to go. Arwin Santos trying to grab the ball away. It's a run on Bobit and time runs out. So at the end of the third quarter, Ginebra builds a 9-point lead, 72-63, led by Eric Menk and company. So 3 quarters down, 1 more quarter to go here in Game 7. We'll welcome you back inside the Big Dome. Dito sa Game 7, the championship within reach for both squads. It all boils down to this game. 1 more quarter, 12 more minutes. The final chapter in many respects. Dito na magtatapos ang lahat. The moment of truth. Will it be a royal coronation or will it be an express celebration? We're about to find out. In the final chapter of what has been a 7-game epic, members of the Ube Republic hoping that their team will bounce back and they will open the fourth quarter trailing. Ang Barangay Big Dome naman gusto nang magsaya in 12 basketball minutes. At siyempre kami galak na makasalo kayong lahat. Jmax Light Steel Frames, tibay sa hardcourt. Hit sa inyo ng Jmax, tibay at lakas ng loob. Certainly, Eric Meng, ang tibay talaga nung third quarter, Jason, and really was the pillar of strength for Ginebra in that period.
And they went to him early and they saw the mismatch and he really took care of the guys that were guarding Arwin Santos. Madali na naman si Arwin Santos. Eric Meng in that quarter scoring 8 points.
Third personal laban kay Pakana. Air21 begins the fourth quarter with Gary David, the richest man in all of basketball, Egay Billones, Ranadel De Ocampo, Stephen Thomas, and Arwin Santos. And a miss by Billones.
Now you have to think that Air21 is allowing Ginebra to get away with their lineups because Stephen Thomas, their import, is out there and you have to force the defense to react pag sinopsi mo to Stephen Thomas.
Neither team scoring here in the fourth quarter. Here comes Billones, and he throws the ball away.
And Coach Bob Mirasol does not know where to go. Winnie Arboleda has been ineffective. He wanted to put Egay Billones for a change of pace, but 2 quick turnovers for his team. He traveled. That's what I told you, Miko. Si Merrick Meg gusto niya sa kalbilang side dahil mas gusto niya mag-jump hook ng kaliwa.
But Artadi is back on the floor and look who's back for Ginebra. Chris Alexander, though he's still hobbling a bit, ano? Kita-kita pa ika-ika pa rin. So, papantayan natin ang kondisyon nitong si Chris Alexander. Arboleda also back in the game. And Winnie Arboleda really struggling here in Game 7. Here's Thomas.
They go now to Thomas, but it's Chris Alexander that's guarding him. Not really the mismatch that they had a while ago.
There's a foul. That's going to be the 5th.
Nico, parang storya nung Game 6 ang nangyari ngayon. Pero kabila naman ang nangyari dahil nung Game 6, si Steven Thomas yung nagkaroon ng maraming personal fouls. Now, it's Chris Alexander that has to nurse his 5 fouls with still 10 minutes and 37 to go.
That's not the only thing he's nursing. He's also nursing hurting right leg. Steven Thomas makes the first. And you can sense Thomas knowing that Winnie Arboleda is struggling. He'll try to carry this team on his big, broad shoulders like he has done so every game in this conference.
The question is, who knows how to win para sa Air21? Dahil ni isa sa kanila, nakikita natin sa floor right now, have not won a single PBA championship.
Even Steven Thomas, for that matter, is
Not won a championship anywhere.
ito ang kanyang first time to be in this type of series. Here's Artadi with 2 to shoot. Artadi for 3. Very sluggish start here in the 4th quarter,
Especially for Barangay Ginebra.
2 minutes having gone by. Here's Arboleda. To Thomas. They want Thomas to get that 6th and last foul of Alexander. Thomas connects.
But you know, Chris Alexander, he's gonna mix it up. Sometimes he's gonna challenge it. Sometimes he's gonna go up there. Alam ni Chris Alexander, masyado pang maaga. He's just gonna keep his body between Steven Thomas and the ring at this point.
There's a double team on Menk. And that's a reach and foul against Arboleda. Third personal against Arboleda.
And again, Winnie Arboleda, more fouls than points in this game.
Just a 5-point game in favor of Ginebra. Stubit sits down. Pacana is in the game, joining Menk, Alexander, Artadi, and Kagiwa. Alexander on the verge of fouling out with 5 personal fouls. Here's Pacana on the left side, 7 to shoot. Pacana on the ball, finds Artadi. Artadi with a basketball with 3 on the shot clock. Pacana has to shoot, but there's an offensive foul.
So it's gonna be on Paul Artadi. So, etong Barangay Ginebra, Miko, etong 4th quarter na to, hindi pa sila nakakashoot. And they are not getting good attempts at the basket. And sometimes, hindi ba sila nakaka-attempt dahil turnover na ginagawa nila.
Here's Manny Del De Ocampo. He's going to attack. He fires and scores. And don't look now, it's just a 3-point game.
At this point, Barangay Ginebra needs a basket. And Winnie Arboleda gets another foul. Yung masakit doon sa mga foul na yun, Vigo, para sa Air21. Those are not good fouls. Really not going anywhere. Guys that have mid-court. And you can see Coach Bob Perasol sending back Egay Billones because he is not happy with how Winnie Arboleda has been setting up the team.
So 30-second timeout here for Ginebra with 9:06 remaining here in Game 7. Air21 trying to make a run here in the payoff period, trying to get back in this game. It's their first time to finish number 1 after the elimination round. It's their first time to clinch a semifinals berth outright, automatic. It's their first time to win a best-of-7 series in the semifinals. And will they win their first ever PBA championship after this game? We're going to find out.
Just don't ask the Ginebra fans because they know the answer as far as they're concerned.
Ubi Republic inside the big dome, waiting for that one last push Their team down by just 3 after trailing by as many as 13 points back in the third quarter.
Ito yung sinasabi natin sa fourth quarter, 4 na turnover para sa Barangay Ginebra. Coach Joey Chico forced to call an early timeout. He wants a nice set play and he wants to score.
Here's Kagiwa on the move. You know, you can really see Kagiwa does not have the lift.
Exactly. And but even if he doesn't have the lift, or he may lose a step or so, he's still quicker than some of the guys in the PBA. And I'm sure he's a lot quicker than most guys in the park.
Including you and me. Kagiwa is better than you, me, and Richard combined. These are Kagiwa tuloy. My Phone Dual Life Player. Atid sa inyo ng My Phone, 2 SIMs, 1 phone. Mark Kagiwa somehow finding a way to score in double figures with 10 points, and that will keep Air21 at bay, 74-69. At Tati Billones nagkukulitan sa backcourt, and Tati too sticky for his own good.
And they eventually had to call that foul because Paul Tati was already pulling the hand of Egay Billones. He has the shirt this time around.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point nagsama to sa Fearful.
Yes.
Pretty sure of that. And here's Karen David! And it's just a 3-point game. 74-71.
Sorry, Miko, but I felt that Air21 needed a big quarter if they want to win this championship, and they are having a big quarter so far dahil meron na silang 8 points a quarter nito and only 3.5 has gone by.
That's what Ranidel, that's his 5th. Ang 5 laban kay Ranidel de Ocampo. Kaya pareho na sila ni Chris Alexander. 1 foul away from leaving the game. Here's Kagiwa. Fighting through the paint. This is that shot. Thomas erases that shot, but a whistle is blown.
Well, Thomas is just gonna smile about that one. They have got a lot of ball, pero titingnan natin kung yung katawan tumama ba dito kay Eric Meng. Because he got Eric Meng's number that time around. Nagsawa na siya. Kanina pa sumushoot sa ilalim to ah. Right there, a miss on the part of Mark Kagiwa. That's a lot of ball and maybe a little body.
Not really the best angle to see that, but of course Air21 might have a debate there. So Eric Mengo is 2 out of 2, and now he has 18 points to show the way for Ginebra. Up by 5. Here's Gary David. So if you're Air21, this is the man you want to score, the man you want to get going. Gary David, homer service, nowhere to go.
Homer Shea got the offensive rebound. Let's see what happens here. Oh, maybe two balls that could have made a big difference right there. If you're an Air21 fan, you're going, well, that should have been a foul. But of course, if you're a Barangay Ginebra fan, you're saying, bola nauna yung bola. But you're probably not so loud.
But Chris Alexander dodged the bullet right there. Meantime, here's Gary David from the corner. And the Air21 really knocking on the door here, down by just 2 with that PM press. 18 points for Gary David.
Where will Barangay Ginebra go this time around?
And Arvin Santos with a steal. And Arvin Santos will tie the game.
That's a big steal. Momentum on Air21, but if you're Barangay Ginebra, Coach Joey Chico a little worried because some guys are starting to hang their head down. It's still a tight ball game at this point.
Under 7 minutes to go. Kagiwa for 3. In and out. Alexander, putback is good. Lead is back with Ginebra.
Dito si Chris Alexander dumating sa Barangay Ginebra para isalba yung season nila. That shot right there just stemmed the biggest rally of Air21.
Meantime, here's Gary David. Turn around, no go. Billones! Bernard Billones with $1 billion shot.
business is picking up here at Araneta. Parehong koponan there, raising the level at this point.
Closing in on the halfway mark of the payoff period. Here comes Arpadi. Fires. Scores! 8 points for Kid Lightning Paul Arpadi. It's a furious exchange of baskets here in the fourth quarter. That's going to be last touch on Pakana.
We haven't mentioned his name a lot, but Chris Pakana doing a hell of a job on defense. He has had the tough matchups, but he has taken it on.
And Mark Kagiwa will take a breather. And you know he needs it. He's huffing and puffing back to the bench. Ronald Tubin checks in at may 30-second timeout para sa Air 21 Express, who have battled back here in the second half. Although full timeout now, 6:01 remaining, 2-point game. Back in San Antonio, PK Billones just made a big jumper to tie the game at 80. Here's Arpadi. That's a traveling violation.
Ito, para sa Barangay Ginebra, ang dami nilang mga mental mistakes. This is what I was telling you. Guys, Guys like Paul Artadi, you mentioned it. Yes, he played in a Game 7. But how many minutes did he play in that game? Today, naglalaro siya sa Game 7, may halong pagod at may halo na ring pressure.
Air 21 gunning for the lead. Arwin Santos for the lead.
However, to be honest, another
One more try for the lead. Blocked by Alexander. And who gets the ball? It's with Mark Kagiwa. 5:13 remaining in this Game 7 epic. Tobin with a basketball. That's going to be a push.
This is going to be the problem of Air 21. They are in the penalty, and cheap fouls like that will send guys like Eric Meck to the line.
Well, this time the game earlier, this Yakult slam dunk by Arwin Santos. Yakult every day okay. Sigurado ka siya. Once again, we welcome you to Game 7. Nico Halili kasama si Jason Webb, Eric Reyes, Dominic Oy, and Richard Del Rosario. That Houston is the third of choice for the power dressers. That Houston dresses up the modern man endowed with distinction and a clear consensus style. Van Houston best dressed shirt. You know, whoever comes up with a difficult performance in either team in the remaining moments of this game might actually be the best contender for finals MVP, because at this point, too many players to choose from, too many names to select. Air 21 goes to Steven Thomas for the lead. Yes, sir!
And Chris Alexander already playing defense there. Oh, and another foul. Nico, itong naging problema ng Air 21. Kaya nga lang nasabi natin, look at this. They are shooting their 36th, or rather their 37th and 38th free throw. If you get to the line 38 times in the game, you're doing something right.
You know, if Air 21 loses this game, they will look back at the fouls they've committed. It's actually killed their own rallies. William Goleta on a couple. Now Arwin Santos also committing one. Here's our No Fear, fearless move of the game. Brought to you by No Fear Underwear. Got the ball, for it. Carried a bit with a gutsy drive going under the bridge and scooting in for the layup. Back to live action, Ronald Tubin now with 18 points in the game. So, balik ang labang sa Ginebra, 83-82.
At ang maganda ngayon sa Barangay Ginebra, yung mga free throw, they're starting to make it. In the first half, they couldn't get it in. Ngayon naman, ito na, pumapasok na. Law of averages creeping up para sa Barangay Ginebra.
David Thomas. Arwin Santos with the rebound, and he scores. Making up for that foul earlier, Arwin Santos now with 19 points in the game. Balik ang lamang sa Air 21, 84-83. Kagiwa against Arwin Santos. Here's Meng. Ready Del Deo Campo with 5 personal fouls. Meng, up and under. Yes, sir! A vintage performance from Eric Meng with 21 points. Ginebra up by 1. Renedale to Thomas. Thomas flips a pass. And it's a turnover.
At this point, Nico, turnovers will be huge. Every possession matters. Tingnan niyo yung oras. 3 minutes and 43 na lang dito sa Game 7.
And a gentleman on the hard court. Meng, Kubit, Bakana, Pakiwa, Alexander. Here's Meng. No, sir. Rebound from Thomas. Air 21 with a golden chance to reclaim the lead. They have Billones, Santos, David, Thomas, and De Ocampo. They go to Thomas against Alexander. Alexander with 5 personal fouls. And Boperasol really wants to talk things over. Gusto pagplanuan ng mabuti. Walang gustong sayangin ang pagkakataon with 3 and 17 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's a 30-second timeout for Air 21. Here's our iPhone Dual Live player. Pinsan nyo ng iPhone, 2 SIMs, 1 phone.
I really like those timeouts when you call a timeout like that. You allow your players to try to figure out for a couple of seconds. Pero kung walang nag-involve dun sa play, you have a lot of timeouts, especially when it's in the finals. You might as well use it because, like you said, every possession counts na dito dahil palitan ng kalamangan dito. Isang puntos lang ang kalamangan ng Barangay Ginebra.
10 seconds.
Well, you see this mammoth crowd, close to 23,000 screaming fans. It looks like they'll witness a wild wind-up here in Game 7. 6 to shoot para sa Air 21.
They don't look like they know it.
Here's Billones, he fires! And then Santos can't get the rebound, and it's against Kagiwa. Under 3 minutes to go in the payoff period. Mark Kagiwa with the leather. Kubi with 9 to shoot. They go to Alexander. Alexander inside, hook shot, it goes in. $15 points for Chris Alexander, and it is deafening inside the big dome. Thomas fires, no go. Rebound for Eric Meng. Ginebra protecting a 3-point lead.
Di marami na shoot ito si Chris Alexander, but his points have been very crucial. That last 2 points pushes the league up to 3 points. And they're right there, another foul for Air 21.
Basket by Pakana will not count. Foul was committed earlier.
But that's his favorite side right there. Humelt yung Air 21 pero masyadong malaki. Ito si Chris Alexander at ang laki rin nung basket na yun para sa kanyang team.
You don't need to be a genius to know how huge these free throws are.
They haven't been shouting his name, but Ronald Kubit has just been as big as Eric Meng because he has put in 19 points in this game. Eric Meng has 21.
Kubit wasn't even around in the elimination round, making a surprise comeback.
That was great. I knew that Ronald Kubit was available to play.
And as we enter this timeout, Ginebra could be 2 minutes and 13 seconds away, but they'll need to protect this 5-point lead. Back inside the championship capital of Philippine basketball, the Araneta Coliseum, and the walls of the Big Dome witnessing another epic. Mr. Bert Lina, team owner of Air 21, and of course Mr. Henry Cojuangco, Boss Henry from Barangay Ginebra, watching their teams duke it out with 2 and 13 remaining. It's a 5-point lead for Ginebra, 89-84. Air 21 looking for one last push to get back in this game.
So good job, Chris Pakana, not allowing Winnie Arboleda to get the basketball. Now all of a sudden, that offense that they set up via timeout, nasira na.
A near swipe by Chris Alexander, also favoring that right leg. This is a wounded Ginebra team with no JJ Helterbrand. Junti Valenzuela hindi na nakabalik sa larong ito. Mark Kagiwa is hurting. And as the enter the outlast 2 minutes to keep the outlast maintenance lead. Battery start agad. They're trying to hold off a Katsi Air21 squad. And carried a bit, misses the layup. And there's a whistle, there's a foul. It's against Arwin Santos.
And that's free throws once again for Barangay Ginebra. Mark Agiwa, not 100%, but putting out 100% effort. But this was the shot right there. That was available, pero nakita natin dito. Yeah. Nakita natin ito, mahulog sila pareho. But we didn't really see how they went to the ground. Nico, lead up to 6 at this point.
Ginebra creating that all-important breathing room against Air21. The final moments of Game 7. Kagiwa gets a split. And that will leave some room here for Air21 to make something out of the remaining minute and 40. Here's Arvin Santos. Millones will take it and misses it. Kagiwa with a rebound. Guess that was the possession for Air21, but still.
The window has become smaller, but it is still there. They just need another stop.
And of course, Ginebra don't need to hurry. 9 to shoot. Time is on their side at this point. Here comes Kagiwa. Pull up. No go. There's still a chance. Arvin Santos. Oh, he throws up a wild shot.
Now they have... It's their option. Air21 has to decide. Are they going to foul?
That basket will not count. I think there was a foul committed earlier.
Well, definitely. There was a foul earlier.
But nobody can hear the whistle.
That's going to be Renny Del Campo.
Nobody can hear the whistle. You can feel the thundering roar of the Barangay Big Dome. Here's our Coke Sarap Dito moment. Brought to you by Coca-Cola. Sarap Dito. Now, Renny Del Campo just fouled out of the game after scoring 5 points, grabbing 6 rebounds.
Well, they needed more from him, Nico, if they wanted to wrap this game up. But, like you said, maliit yung butas ng bintana. Maliit na ni Pakana.
What about this Pakana? With no team at the start of the conference, and here he is.
Well, Coach Joey Chico is in the middle of the court already. Trying to give instructions to Coach.
It's an 8-point lead for Ginebra with 56 seconds to go here in Game 7. Do not go away. We'll bring you the rest of this game. Back inside the Big Dome. Fans from all over the country converging inside the Big Dome. What they saw in the first quarter was a royal start. Ginebra lording it over in second chance points, and they led after the opening quarter 26-21 in the second period. Umataw ang Air21, outscoring Ginebra in that period to keep the game close. Getting points off turnovers, although Ginebra led by 3.5. In the third quarter, Eric Beck coming to life with a vintage performance. More pain, more gain, with 8 points in that third quarter. And here in the fourth quarter, we could just be witnesses to an epic finish for Ginebra. Although Steven Thomas and the Express actually grabbed the lead, Ginebra finding ways to keep the Express at bay. And as we reach the moment of truth, we could be moments away from a royal coronation, or will Air21 somehow manage to get an Express celebration? Back to the court, carried a bit for 3.
That could be it. Chris Alexander makes these 2 free throws. 10-point lead with 52 seconds to go. Napakalaki na. Kaya nakikita na Coach Bo Perazol, napapatingin na lang sa sahig.
Ginebra was a team that started the Fiesta Conference with 0 wins and 5 losses. Their first 2 imports could not give them what they needed. And so they brought in the man on the line, Chris Alexander, the great, although he missed the first free throw. Chris Alexander, best import of the conference, 4 blocks tonight, a world of difference for Ginebra.
And all those points that he got, they weren't a lot. Pero Miko, timing, all about those points na timing. Naalala mo, nung humahabol yung Air21, he had a putback. That was big. That swelled the rally. Tapos nagkaroon din siya ng one-on-one play to give them a 3-point lead. All of those points, huge. And of course, right now, he's hoping those points will mean his teams carrying the Fiesta Conference crown.
Of course, Air 21, nobody expected this team to enter the semifinals outright, to finish the elimination round at number 1. And here's Mark Kagiwa, wants the ball, and Kagiwa scores it. Ginebra just 30 seconds away from hoisting another PBA championship. Ronald Tubit also instrumental in this series. That's a foul given up by Egay Billones. And the celebration begins. Champions in the 2004 Fiesta Conference. And they were also champions in the 2004-2005 Philippine Cup. Champions of the Philippine Cup in 2007. And they are 22 seconds away from capturing another title under our watch here on ABC. And that's why this chapter of the PBA on ABC, a memorable one, as we saw the resurgence of Ginebra in the PBA, watching all the big crowds coming to the big dome, and we've all been together for close to 5 years, 4 seasons, 9 conferences, and over 1,000 unforgettable games. Coach John Luichigo, in his 9th PBA season, he's been a 2-time Coach of the Year. He's won 6 championships with San Miguel, and he's about to win another championship with Barangay Ginebra.
And Miko, he has to be the maestro of this run of Barangay Ginebra. Pwede mo sabihin, nandun yung talent level ng Barangay Ginebra. Ang daming mga weapons. Problema pagdating ng finals, ang naiwan sa kanya, bantong na lang dahil naubos lahat ng kanya mga weapons. Guys like JJ Helterbrand were hurt. Ronald Tubig was hurt at one point. Mark Kagiwa was hurt. In this game alone, he lost Junti Valenzuela, but he found a way for his team to get a championship.
20 seconds remaining. It's going to be a royal celebration inside the big dome as the fans count out the time. And what a finish it will be for the 2008 Smart PBA Fiesta Conference. Barangay Ginebra, hari na muli dito sa PBA. Been hard to imagine this ending. When we started their season with 0 wins and 5 losses, it seemed like Ginebra was headed nowhere. With a couple of import changes to bring, making a rare first half appearance here para sa Air 21. Replacing Irvin Soto. Casano also sitting down, replaced by Chris Alexander.
Yeah, that's a nice thing about Renny Del Campo. He can attack you from all corners of the court. Meron sa 3-point shot. At sabi mo nga, ang daming galaw niya sa poste.
Richard Artadi outside Kagiwa. And somebody was caught in a no parking zone. That was Chris Alexander, just got back in the game. So, apat ang lamang dito ng Ginebra, 28-24 as Judy Valenzuela re-enters the game. Here's a TM3 from Ranidel de Ocampo. At sa inyo ng bagong TM Discarte SIM. 30 pesos lang, may bagong diskarte ka na. Over 9 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Here's Arwin Santos, 10th to shoot. Santos on the move. Santos skies and flips it in. Yes, sir!
What do they call them? Spider-Man. Lumambitin dun si Arwin Santos and really had to use every inch of his athletic ability because Barangay Ginebra was waiting for him at the paint.
Still a 2-point lead for Ginebra. Here's Artadi. Artadi on the move. Outside. Junti Valenzuela. Open shot. And that's going to go against Stephen Thomas.
So for Steve Thomas, though, much better because in the last game, he had 4 very early. Ito, unay pa lang neto.
Can you try and explain to me paano pektos na yun? Meantime, here's Beng. And the foul is called by our Chief Justice tonight, Joey Kalungkagin. This will go against Gabi Espina's foul called downstairs.
Now look at the matchup right now of Air21. It's Ranidel de Ocampo that's going to be guarding Mark Kagiwa. So they're going to go to Eric Mek because they feel he has enough ball to post up Gabi Espina.
Junti Valenzuela. Mek. Two Express players fighting. And a whistle is blown.
But that's going to be an advantage Barangay Ginebra because although Gabi Espinas is athletic, he doesn't have enough weight to push out Eric Beck.
There's the strength advantage of Eric Beck. As we swing back to live action, he makes the first free throw. Eric Link enjoying a fine comeback here. Been hobbled with injuries in the past.
Much better finals compared to his elimination and quarterfinals. Only averaging 5.5. His 10.5 still very low compared to what he's used to. But at least doubling what he did in the limb.
Here's Valenzuela. Artadi. And it's going to be a flagrant here. A flagrant foul against Winnie Arboleda. Well, bigla na lang lagapak itong si Paul Artadi.
Please proceed to check the area in front of the respective benches.
And here's another look.
Definitely traveled, but right there, Winnie Arboleda getting him in the face. That's a definite flagrant right there, but got away with a walk. Took about 4 steps before he went for that, but right there, kitang-kita. Actually, Winnie Arboleda lucky to get away with only a flagrant penalty 1 because that was out and up above the shoulders and straight to the face of Paul Artadi.
Yeah, Arboleda has to be careful. Not just in the first half. We have an entire second half to go. He commits another one of those, he's out. And you know how important Winnie Arboleda is for this Air21 team. The flagrant foul penalty 1 against Arboleda. And that sends Paul Artadi to the line.
Free throws not going the way of Barangay Ginebra. 2 out of 9 pa lang sila. Yung kalamangan nilang 3 points, dapat mas malaki pa yan if they could only make their free throws. Shooting of Barangay Ginebra really soured after making 3 out of 3 from the 3-point range. They haven't made any. We talked about their free throw shooting roles. Kumukuha talaga sila ng puntos ngayon sa loob through layup and second chance opportunity.
Here's Kagiwa. Not good enough. Excellent defense by Arwin Santos. Ranidel de Ocampo. Here's Arwin Santos for 3. Yes, sir! 11 points for Arwin Santos. That's a PM Chris. And we're tied at 29.
Not the best of shots, but if you make it, it's not a bad shot.
Under 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Here's Kagiwa. Kagiwa fires. There's another second chance opportunity for Ginebra. A third chance opportunity here. Outside, Junto Valenzuela. Over to Eric Meng over Thomas.
And Miko, it's all about offensive rebounds. Gabi Espinas cannot handle Eric Meng. That's the second time he got an offensive rebound. You look at second chance points. 12 na sa Barangay Ginebra, 2 lamang para sa Air21.
Bola na kay Brandon Del Dio Campos. Left to shoot for Air21. They're down by 2. Arwin Santos fires. Ends up with Thomas. 4 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Arboleda. No go.
Barangay Ginebra will set it up. They will not force the action. They know that they have a definite bona fide post threat in Eric Meng and both Chris Alexander.
Here's Eric Meng this time against Brandon Del Dio Campos. Meng is fouled.
You know, they talk about all these different sets in getting to your offense. But I'll tell you what, when it's the finals, it's the post threat that is the most important. At yun ang kailangan mo para ka manalo.
For Major Payne, he has made major gains, especially here in the finals.
Well, his numbers in the conference were major pains. That's what it was. But nung finals naman, nagkaroon na naging painful na sa kalaban naman.
Right. And, you know, without J.J. Helterbrand, ang laki kasi nung bubunuin mo in the absence of J.J. Helterbrand, scoring like 18 points a game, and you need somebody like Eric Meng to help out with the scoring chores. Meantime, here's Arwin Santos. Thomas has the ball, spins, and he makes the basket plus the foul.
Hasn't been a typical day for Stephen Thomas. Only 2 points up to that point. Chris Alexander has had his number, takes him outside. Hindi rin naman naging madali itong puntos na to para sa kanya. Getting a foul off Chris Alexander and trying to tie the ball here.
He got the second personal of Alexander, and he got the bonus free throw. And so we're tied anew at 32 here in the second period. Halos nangangalahati na tayo dito sa ikalawang ginto ng ating Game 7. Here's Alexander. Payback time? No, sir. But the whistle is blown. That defense provided by Arwin Santos.
And you know, that's what he does. He's waiting for that help. The thing with Arwin was he actually had an opportunity to steal the ball because he knew that Chris Alexander will go right. But hinintay niya sa ibabaw, natawagan tuloy siya ng